Yo, what up, and welcome to a new L.M.S.V. And welcome to episode 8 of one of these. Now, first of all, I don't know if you can notice this, but I have a sore throat. Been coughing a lot these past couple days, but that's definitely not the worst thing that it's been going on the past couple days. But a lot of fucked up shit going on behind closed doors, or off camera as you could put it. Not a lot of positivity, so I wanted to make something positive, and that's of course a new episode of L.M.S.V. If you notice a lot of cuts in these videos between certain moments, that's because I was probably coughing at that point. So just FYI, you know. By the way, it's nothing serious. It's not, you know, COVID or anything. It's just a sore throat, been having some bullshit behind closed doors. So anyway, so as you may notice by the date that this is uploaded, this is the last showcase for 2021. I cannot wait to see what's in store for 2022. But yeah, obviously I'm gonna continue this series next year, literally next month. I just wanted to make the final showcase of 2021 of one of these, of course, of the main man himself. Now, I've showcased Robin, I've showcased Jim Gordon, and of course the first two letters of my YouTube name, DC Strike 100, is of course DC. Now, who is the main fucking man of DC, of course, especially in my opinion? That is of course Batman. Now, this is a custom figure that I got from Firestar Toys. It got a custom cape, custom design. It's all based on DC Rebirth. Now, back when it came out, when it first came out, DC Rebirth, after New 52, I wanted to read a lot of it, but I was just too busy. But I always loved the way Batman looks. Like, his suit design in DC Rebirth is definitely among one of my favorite Batman designs ever. Especially the chest and the logo. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. But yeah, the DC Rebirth Batsuit is just phenomenal. And this is a custom minifigure based on that awesome design. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at Batman right now. And here he is, and as you can see, Batman looks awesome. Now, I just quickly had to put him in this slight pose, kind of just looking at you like he just appeared on a rooftop in Gotham. Now, of course, that's also very much showing in the background, because yes, he is actually standing on a rooftop in Gotham. Now, how do I know it's in Gotham? The Wayne Tower's there. Now, focusing back on this minifigure again, as you can see, he looks awesome. Now, this is what I like to call an upgraded custom minifigure, because this is just not a custom minifigure that I bought from firestartoys.com. I actually bought some extra parts to really make like this quote-unquote ultimate DC Rebirth Batman minifigure. Now, if you want to know the specific parts that I bought to create this awesome minifigure, there'll be a link to my Patreon page down in the description below. And if you become a Patreon member, you will see a certain image, which I like to call a build kit image, which is basically an image where I show you all the specific parts that I bought to create this awesome minifigure, so that if you would like to have this yourself, you can simply copy paste those specific part names and go to firestartoys.com or a different website where I bought it from. I'll show all of that in the build kit image, so you can get this minifigure for yourself. Now, quickly putting him in a standard pose so we can take a closer look at the details. And as you can see, like I said, taking a closer look at the details of this awesome minifigure, you can clearly see that they absolutely smashed it in regards to the Batsuit. Personally, I really love it. I definitely prefer his DC Rebirth design for the Batsuit over the New 52 one. The New 52 Batsuit just has too many lines. For my taste, I don't really love it that much, but the DC Rebirth one does something that I absolutely love, and that's especially present with the bat symbol, and that is that the bat symbol is black, but it has this beautiful kind of yellow goldish lines around it. Now I love that, and yes, it's also showing at the utility belt, but I really love it because it just shows, it kind of shows the idea that this is a Bruce Wayne who's been Batman for a long time, which he has been in DC Rebirth. Not a super long time, I'm not talking on some Dark Knight Returns Frank Miller shit, but more like he's, I don't know, I don't even know his age in DC Rebirth, but you can tell even in his batsuit that he is owning the past. You know, the old batsuits, which did have the huge, you know, yellow circle. And I'm also definitely getting some Batman Incorporated vibes with this because, you know, with his Batman Incorporated batsuit, he also had that little extra yellow and gold lines around his black bat symbol to kind of show that he's not the only one. And I really like that aspect of this batsuit. In my opinion, this is definitely the way forward for like a Bruce Wayne Batman who's like in his mid 30s to early 40s and maybe beyond that. You know, truly showing that he's owning the past with those gold lines while maintaining that big, thick bat symbol on the chest.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick, boy!
Now, I don't personally know who designed this Lego version of it, but if any one of you know, definitely let me know down in the description below, because I would love to put a link to their website, you know, or something like that. I don't know, maybe Big Kid Bricks made it. I'm not 100% sure about it because I bought this on firestartoys.com. Now, if you want to have 10% off of any order that you want to place, whether that's a Batman minifigure or a Lego Friends minifigure or Lego parts for that sake, if you want to get 10% off of your order from Firestar Toys, no matter what it is, definitely use my code FSHSQ1 and you'll get 10% off your order thanks to your boy. So yeah, if you like that, definitely go ahead and use my code. But anyway, apart from that, there are some extra parts that I added to make this kind of like the ultimate DC Rebirth custom Lego minifigure Batman, but I'll get more into detail about that later. So now let me quickly take off the cape and the cowl so we can take a closer look at all the beautiful printing on this minifigure, as well as checking out if it has any back printing. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's take a closer look at that head, and as you can see, this head looks spot on. I love the 5 o'clock shadow. I love the added lines to kind of show that this is an older Batman. Now, if you couldn't really notice the beautiful bat symbol in the previous shot, hopefully you can see it a bit better here with all the lovely detail. Now, like I said, I really love how this looks like I said, like a well-aged Batman. This is just a Batman who's been through the ringer for decades now. He's been on this long dark crusade, but not alone, but he's been on this path for so long, and you can see not only just probably the mental toll that this has taken on him. Like, this dude like must have a couple issues at this point, you know, but like you can also see that he is tired. And I think this is also a Batman who might be looking at his Bat family to kind of see who will take the mantle of the Bat after him. Now, in my opinion, depending on which universe and timeline, almost all Robins can fit that bill. We all know Dick Grayson has been Batman and was a wonderful Batman in my opinion. I absolutely love it. Tim Drake has also been Batman, but he kind of became like a murder bat. And Jason has also become a murder bat. But I don't know, if given enough proper training and time, I can definitely see Dick or Tim or Jason stepping up and becoming the next Batman. Now personally, I'm not a big fan of the whole Damian Wayne shtick, but I just love how you can see that this Bruce Wayne is tired. He needs to sleep at this point. You know, the battle has gone on long enough. It's time to put an end to it and then pass on the mantle of the Bat. But like I said, this looks awesome. Now, as you can see, I also took off the gauntlets, and that's just to show you that this custom minifigure even has those, what do you call them? The fan braces lines added onto the actual minifigure. Like, whoever designed this, hats off to you. It's amazing. Now, as you can see, there's even some added custom printing on the leg. Not only that, but this minifigure also has back printing. As you can see, the utility belt is shown almost all the way around. I think the only part where it doesn't continue in regards to the utility belt is the sides. Now, is that an issue for me? No, because who in God's name poses their minifigure like this? You know, who shows their collection or has their minifigures in their collection posed like this? Like, you can only see the side. But like, if you have that shit, I'm not coming over. I don't give a fuck if you're a king, a queen, or whatever the fuck. I'm not coming over. If you display your minifigures like this, bitch, I'm out. What the fuck? Hell nah. But back to the important part, and that's of course that they even continued the printing on the back, and that's a beautiful thing to see. Now, this minifigure I think is at least 2 years old, so by this point there might be a new version of this minifigure that has even more detail, or maybe the utility belt does continue on both sides of the minifigure. But I don't mind that it doesn't have that. It still looks wonderful. Now, I'm not a huge DC Rebirth Batsuit fanboy to the point where I know what that black moon detail is. I don't know what it is. Is it a knife? Is it like a I don't know, like a Batman shuriken thing? I don't know. And if you're watching this and you know what that is, definitely let me know. But anyway, like I said, this minifigure looks awesome. Now, something that you might have also noticed is he doesn't have an extra face. Do I mind? No. Do I really care? No. Why? That's because, in my opinion, this face, with of course the cowl on, with the cape on, with the gauntlets on, truly shows Bruce Wayne's entire mood as Batman. He's just stern looking, he's serious looking, he's looking confident, he's looking battle worn, he's looking fucking ready to beat your ass if you do not hit that like button right now. So yeah, I think this head perfectly summarizes his entire mood as Batman. Now, the reason why I went for a purple cape is because in the comics and definitely on the cover art, you can see Batman rocking this more like either super purple, almost pinkish color, but I like it just a bit more when it's kind of like darker with a hint of blue, hence why I went for this. But like I said, this is definitely a must-have custom minifigure for anyone who loved DC Rebirth Batman. But in my opinion, DC Rebirth was definitely, people might not have fully f***ed with it at the time, but looking at the shit that we got afterwards with all this identity politics going on, yeah, it has definitely made me appreciate DC Rebirth a bit more, and even made me appreciate the New 52 a bit more. Now, that's saying something, because New 52 was not a smashing hit at the time. But yeah, looking at what we get nowadays with the comics and all the identity politics going on, yeah, I'm good. It has definitely opened my eyes to just how awesome DC Rebirth Batman was, especially with the Batsuit. Now, you might be wondering, how does he look with the Bat Fam? Well, I can show you right now. And here he is with the Bat family, of course, the video game Tim Drake Robin / what I originally thought was Dick Grayson, and of course my ultimate Jim Gordon. Now, as you can see, in my opinion, they look fantastic. I know, I'm breaking some major universal shit by adding these three together and saying that this is the Bat family. I know, but still, once I get the DC Rebirth Nightwing up in this and make like a upgraded custom minifigure of that, I'll gladly add him to the cast, you know. But the Jim Gordon is a fact, because like I said, the ultimate Jim Gordon, they can basically put in almost any universe and it'll fit. But anyway, I think he looks amazing. Now, like I said, if you want to know what specific parts I use, definitely click on the link down in the description below to my Patreon page. Become a member and you can see the build kit image and get all the specific parts yourself. Now, I absolutely love how he looks. He looks so awesome. A well-aged mid-40s Batman who's just badass. He is awesome. It's the DC Rebirth Batman. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you liked the last episode of L.M.S.V of 2021. Obviously in the next year, of course, I will be back with new episodes of the L.M.S.V. But I thought, why not end this year with, of course, Batman himself, to truly put the DC in DC Striker 100, my original name. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So I hope you had an awesome day. I wish you an awesome day. And see you guys and girls in the next video. Peace.